Mic check. Mic chickadee check, check, check. Oh, good morning, everybody. Whew. Now, you might be asking yourself, what homeless shelter did this bum crawl out of? But I'm here to tell you that all of this can really be utilized to showcase the most dapper, debonair, and suave that you can possibly ever be or wish to become. Now, we got combs. We got the mustache comb. It's definitely a must. We got the beard comb. Oh yeah. Ooh, nice. And last but not least, the head hair comb. So, where do we begin with all of this? I mean, first off, we have to ask ourselves, what is it that we're going to do? Because depending on what I'm going to go and do will determine how it is that I do all of this. Now, I myself like to start off the day a little facial cleanser. Number 7, Skin Beautiful. And we're just gonna wipe away all our hopes and dreams from this last night. In all honesty, I find this better for my face than harshly washing it with contaminants in the shower. So yeah, I would recommend, if you're going to be growing out your facial hair, possibly braiding some things, then you're going to want to invest in a facial wipe. Because when you start braiding all of this and you have things in for weeks on end, you're going to still want to be able to clean your face, but you're not going to want to get all of this extremely wet. So this is a must-have product. Now, we're going to comb away the night. And hopefully we don't pull out all our hair. Yikes. This is the reason why my roommates hate me. You'll see here in a minute. Ay, caramba. It's like all this stuff I'm learning, on my own too. So it's like, if you have long hair and it's like you do things a different way, like, I ask ye to not judge too critically. Because no one taught me this. I'm just learning this shit on my own. Sometimes I'm making shit up. So yeah. So we've decided we're going to go out. We're going to go out in the town. So that's what we're going to focus this feature-length film on here. Ooh. Nice. That was disgusting. And it also didn't work like I wanted it to. Well, So you throw that in the trash. You definitely do not leave that laying around, especially if you live with other people, because they will be pissed. And yeah, now that you've got your hair somewhat managed, a little bit more maintained than it was, you can move on to coming out the other portions of your face here. A lot of times, you know, when you hit knots and stuff like that, it's really just like the tangled up hairs, like, and it can be brought to become free. You don't have to rip out your hair to, you know, move the comb forward. Just nice simple little motions, sometimes using your other hand to get behind it and hold the hair so that you don't pull them out from the root. And then you'll move past. You'll move past the point in which you thought was impassable. Alright, this is it, we're done. You thought I was serious, didn't you? No. We're not. You see all this? See what I just smiled right there? How it looked like I was missing teeth because all this was blocking my teeth? We're going to fix that. We're just going to comb this out with a mustache comb until we get to a point in which we feel comfortable, which is right there. Now, what it is. Now, what to do now? Well, I don't necessarily like just my hair to have like this comb back look. I like it to have a little bit of volume, you know, a little bit of texture, not just like the slick back. So we're gonna get our hair a little wet here. Just use some water, get it a little wet. The water is going to allow your hair to voluptuize, increase its body, show your curls if you have any curls. Right, we don't want to get it too wet. Just wet enough to where we can put some product in it, and we might be able to style it a little bit, you know. And this video is really kind of an update on how it is that I've managed to manage all this, because there's definitely more of all this than there was in my first and previous video. And got to be kinkier. You can never be kinky enough. Gotta be kinkier. Just get this all evenly throughout your hair, your head, you know. And we're just gonna kind of like scratch our head, but with purpose. And not just to scratch an itch, you know. The purpose is to move our hair around, to get it layered in the manner that we want to be layered in. Get it out of our face. And once it's out of our face, we're in style, folks. Alright, so there you go. It's as simple as that. I mean, you can add some hairspray and a blow dry if you so do desire. Blow drying will change the color of your hair because it changes like, you know, how it sets up and dries. So how the light hits off your hair, it's going to create a different shine. So kind of depending on, you know, what kind of look you're going for here, you can do whatever. I just usually like to touch things up a little bit after I put hairspray on it, because I feel like hairspray has like, you know, like this sticky effect that you can sometimes see. And if you don't play with it a little right after you put the hairspray on, you're going to see that when it dries. Alright. So now we've got the head hair done. We're going to move on to the facial hair. And where I like to start in regards to that is with some beard oil. This is just kind of like generic brand beard oil, spiced citrus. And really you're just gonna dab this on your comb, your beard comb, in between the grooves. And then you're just gonna comb again. You're gonna comb this throughout. It's gonna give it a nice shine, almost like how that mousse gave our hair a shine. It's gonna allow you to form your beard and shape it a little bit better. And you know, also it's gonna nourish those roots a little bit. Combing itself, in my opinion, is what nourishes your roots the most, allows your beard to continue to grow, stimulates those hair follicles. So yeah, just comb until you're satisfied. We'll be satisfied with that. And then we're gonna move on to the mustache. So do the same thing with your mustache comb here. You might be saying, are all these combs really necessary? Well, when you're working with the contours of your face and larger and smaller patches of hair, then in a lot of times, the different sizes of combs really comes in handy. So yeah, finish that up. And then what we're going to do now is la pièce de résistance. We are going to use some wax. And this is fisticuffs. Just like a lemon scented hair wax. Tried lots of products. This is honestly the best one that I've tried. It leaves little residue. Some other products like to leave particulates like interspersed through your hair, and just kind of, you know, go through and try and get this everywhere. Sometimes it helps to use a little bit of hot water, and all this is going to disappear as we comb. You might see clumps of things in places right now at the moment. Maybe put a little bit on your eyebrows, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm doing it. You don't gotta know what you're doing to do it. You just do it. Alright, then we're gonna recomb all this again. Comb in some different directions. You're not necessarily going for shape or style at this moment. You're just going for dispersal. Okay? So it looks like we've got it all placed into solution on the mustache. Properly dispersed. Dissolved within the fur. Grab the other comb and now go through your beard. This is going to make everything look a lot better, and it's going to show that you're not some homeless bum. You're somebody who's willing to take the time, put in the work, the energy, the effort to actually make yourself presentable. And then in all reality, you're having to do more work than the average individual. Maintaining an upkeep of a beard and facial hair and mustache and long hair, in all reality, takes a lot more than just, shaving it all off. And there are days when, I might be using some scissors to like cut some paper or something like that. And I sit there and I like hold the scissors and I'm like, how easy would it be just to whoosh, just in like a couple seconds. It's all gone. All of it. Alright, so that's starting to look good. Just gotta, make sure to look in the mirror. People are very detail oriented. Even if, you yourself have become very relaxed in, how much you judge upon details, especially in regards to the face and other aspects of your outfit. You've become a little desensitized. A lot of people in the world aren't. They notice the details. Just, every once in a while you gotta wake up to that fact. Remind yourself about that. And get back to the details. The devil's in the details. Alright. And now we can really style this. And if you want to style even more, you can, use more product. I like to finish off with my fingers rather than a comb. A comb tends to put everything on the same groove, and kind of like what I did with my head hair, where I tried to layer everything and stuff like that. You're gonna kind of want to do the same thing with your mustache and your beard here. And if things aren't moving the way that you want it to, if you're not getting the curl that you want, you can obviously add more product. So then, now all you gotta do is put on something else that's presentable. You know what I mean? I'm just wearing a white tee right now, whatever. But there you have it. That's how to transform from the bed to businessman. With a beard. Even. You can shape this a little more if you like. I feel like mine's not really shaped like I'd kind of want it to be right now if I really was planning on going out with the extent purpose of being, presentable. Just comb it lightly in the direction that you want everything to go. Maybe add some more product, just, fill it out. So, there you have it. Anyways, I'm actually really not going out anywhere. What I'm really going to be doing is heading over to a fitness facility. And all this excess, just use it as moisturizer or whatever, But since I'm going to be heading over to a fitness facility, I really don't care to be going like this too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now how to prepare all of this for physical activity. And it's really easy if you have the right tools. So just grab all this. Use your hair to kind of comb everything and streamline it. If you have a lot of hair like me, if you want to get it all up in a bunch, then a lot of times you're gonna have to use multiple scrunchies. And also mine's not quite long enough at the moment to fit everything into one scrunchie here. So we're gonna actually be using 2 in this take. And there you go, just like a simple ponytail. Right up there. And then some people, they like to leave this hanging down. Personally, I don't like anything coming around and getting in anywhere. So I just take everything, make sure I'm not grabbing hair that's up in the other knot up there. Another little scrunchie. Just went with the generic black for these. And I mean, you could go out and dress up in your suit with this as well. You know, even if you have product in your hair and stuff like that, it's gonna help with the shine and the sheen of your hair, and people are gonna know, you know, unconsciously, without actually thinking about that you are somebody which manages and maintains everything. And then for all of this, especially when you're going throughout the day and you're eating, and let's say that you're having a day that you don't necessarily want to put product all up over your face. These little hair elastics. You know what? You can color code them to like fit and match your mood for the day. Today I'm feeling fiery, so we're gonna go with like some red. Alright. You don't want to do it too tight. It'll pull all your hair out. So just get your mustache. Just three twirls around is enough. Move your face a little bit while you do that so that you can get it tight enough, but not too tight as to where you can't open and move your mouth. One, 2, 3 wraps. Stretch everything out. Boom. Now you can eat. And you don't have to like douse yourself in wax to achieve, you know, being able to eat without getting hair in your mouth. And then all we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this as well, you know. Sometimes I leave this, sometimes I will band it up. And doing more than one band totally changes how everything's gonna look. It's gonna thin everything out. Make it look longer if you have really curly hair like I do. It's gonna show how long it actually is. But there you go. There's everything like done up, done back, and then you can, you know, go throughout your day. If you're feeling like the ends of your mustache are still like too long, like you can see how long mine still are even. Like they're going clear out to here. So if you feel like things are still getting too much in your way, then you know you can throw another band on there. It's gonna tighten and cinch things up and keep it going in the direction that you want without, you know, like painting yourself in a coat of paint, right? To literally keep everything so stiff in the direction that you want it to go in. And then, you know, eventually you can reach the point to where you can braid all of this and just braid it down and out. And then you can just, you know, leave that in for weeks on end. Like when I had my hair cornrowed, had that in for like a month. But you have to like do a bunch of different maintenance techniques to keep yourself clean, you know, hygienic, but then also keep everything tight. Sleeping is an issue. All right, everybody. Peace out.